On the night of August 15th, 1977, a signal was detected that scientists still can't explain. It lasted 72 seconds. It came from deep space, and it has never been heard again. At the time, the Big Ear radio telescope in Ohio was quietly scanning the sky. It wasn't searching for messages. It wasn't looking for patterns. It was simply listening. The telescope was part of a long-term research program designed to detect unusual radio signals, anything that didn't match known cosmic noise. Most nights, nothing happened, but that night was different. Shortly after 10 p.m., the system recorded a sudden spike in radio energy. It came from the constellation Sagittarius. The signal was narrow-band, extremely strong, and highly specific. So specific, in fact, that it matched every expectation scientists had for a non-natural transmission. At the time, computers weren't advanced enough to process the data automatically. Instead, the telescope printed readings on long sheets of paper. Days later, astronomer Jerry Amon reviewed the printouts by hand. When he saw the data, he circled the signal in red ink, and next to it, he wrote a single word: "Wow." The signal lasted exactly 72 seconds. No more, no less. That duration wasn't random. It matched the time it would take for Earth's rotation to carry a fixed point in space across the telescope's detection field. In other words, whatever produced the signal wasn't moving, and it wasn't from Earth. Scientists immediately tried to locate the source. They aimed the telescope back at the same region of space. They listened for days, weeks, months. The signal never returned. Over the years, many explanations have been proposed. Some suggested it was a comet. Others blamed terrestrial interference, but none of the theories fully fit the data. The signal was too clean, too narrow, too precise. It didn't behave like noise, and it didn't behave like anything humans had created. What unsettled researchers most was not what the signal was, but what it wasn't. It wasn't random. It wasn't chaotic. It didn't drift or fluctuate. It appeared fully formed and then vanished, as if something had briefly turned a transmitter on and then turned it off again. In the years that followed, more powerful instruments scanned the same region. Nothing was ever detected again. The sky remained silent, but the original data still exists, and every time it's reanalyzed, it raises the same uncomfortable question. If the signal wasn't natural, and it wasn't human, then what sent it? Some scientists believe the explanation is mundane, an unknown natural phenomenon. Others argue it could have been a rare reflection or interference. And a few quietly admit that it fits the criteria for something else entirely, a technological source. What makes the signal so unsettling isn't that it came from space, it's that it hasn't happened again. No follow-up, no repetition, no pattern, just a single isolated transmission, like a door opening briefly and closing forever. Today, the Big Ear telescope no longer exists. It was dismantled in the late 1990s. The site is now a golf course. People walk across it every day, unaware that it once listened to the universe. And for 72 seconds, something answered. The signal is still known by the name written beside it that night. A simple word, a quiet reaction. Wow. If you enjoy stories like this, consider subscribing for more unexplained events based on true stories.